Yo, what is up? What is up? We are back on Hoops and Brews. Got my man's Cam with me, friend of the show
What's
as
good?
always. How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good up here in the Northwest, man. It's a beautiful day. It's just like 46 degrees outside.
But look, at least y'all got some sun though. At least y'all,
But
at least y'all do have some sun. Y'all are notorious for it being rainy consistently all the time. So at least it's that degrees, but like at least you got some sun today.
there's some sun. It's dry outside. That's true. That's true. That's a fallback. I'm good though, man. And we're ready for get basketball season back going again now. Full swing in a sprint to the playoffs.
For sure. Having said that, obviously this was All-Star weekend. It happened in LA, so I didn't really partake in too many of the festivities per se, but I did partake in some of the festivities this week.
Of course you did.
I definitely touched streets a little bit. It was a lot going on, like spots that you could usually get into where I got in some of them, but it was just like a lot going on. A bunch of cool events going on everywhere. It's always a good time. But as far as the actual NBA All-Star weekend, I know that All-Star weekend gets a lot of flack, deservedly so some years. But I actually didn't really have a problem with this All-Star weekend.
The events and stuff. Before you get into details, let me ask you a question. I got a lot of complaints about traffic. Now, in my recollection, traffic in LA, there's consistent traffic in LA because you always have people coming every weekend, like they're on vacation and stuff. Did you notice consistent traffic? Was there a distance the distance between events? Was that a problem to get to? You're not from LA, but you've been in LA over 10 years.
Yeah.
You should know the roads by now. Shame on you if you don't. But were you able to get around okay?
So most of the events honestly took place in the areas that you expect the events to take place in. Hollywood, WeHo. I'm sure there was some like downtown stuff. Now, having said that, if you're trying to come from Inglewood, like an actual NBA All-Star event that's at the stadium or like media day from into it and getting to Hollywood, it would be traffic on a regular day. Like if you tried to do that at 3 p.m. on like a Saturday on any day, like when nothing's going on, it's gonna take you 35, 45 minutes to do that because of where Inglewood is. So I didn't really notice like any real difference in traffic, honestly. Like it was cool to me. Like I definitely noticed the influx of people being in the city and out. Like you could clearly tell. Just as far as like walking around and just like seeing like I ran into a girl I hadn't seen since I seen it in Miami 4 years ago. That's how I know like it's NBA All-Star weekend. Like you running into people you haven't seen, you seeing people just in the city. So I knew it from that. Like it was foot traffic, but as far as like actual traffic, I didn't really notice a difference. But again, some people may not be used to LA traffic in general. But if you're coming from, if like the stadium is in Inglewood, if you're even going to Inglewood, unless it's like 5 a.m. in the morning, it's gonna take you an hour probably, depending on where you're coming from.
Depending on where you're coming from, like I could work the streets, so I'm pretty good in the streets now. If you coming
from the
valley,
take you 45 minutes though, if you work the streets.
It depends on where you're coming from. I could be in there a half hour from Compton. I could be in there in 25 minutes from Long Beach. Now, if I got to come from the valley, that's a different story because you kind of forced to get on the freeways.
No, you're not. You could just take Sepulveda all the way down.
There you go. There's your 45 minutes right there. There's your 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Take Sepulveda down, and then hit like a little dip offs, and then saying you could like figure out a way to get through. But for me, me personally, I didn't really have an issue with traffic. Again, like
that was just weird. That's a complaint I was hearing. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? There's always traffic in LA, but nonetheless, it was so. Did you get it? Did you go to Kenny Smith event? Do you want to tell us about that, or you want to say is that off the pod show?
No, I didn't go to Kenny Smith event, but I know people who did go to Kenny Smith event. It looked fun. It looked good. It looked like a It looked like a good time. Like I didn't really go to any of like the super official events just because like I didn't feel like texting mad people. And then also I was tired, bro. Like I had been out the whole week and like out late, and like a lot of the events took place during the day, and I wasn't trying to be out all day, bro. Like I wasn't trying to do like 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. thing. I don't have that level of energy anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have a 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. multiple days back to back in me, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool.
What's good, man? Who's your favorite going into this season? I went into the season, and I'll be 100% with you.
Well, real quick, wait, real quick. Before we get there, I do want to actually talk about the actual NBA All-Star Weekend because I know people have been having complaints about it, and I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, obviously, I think the dunk contest. I think the moment that people remember is bro almost killing himself. Jason Richardson's son almost killing himself. But I thought 3-point contest was fire. Like I thought Dame, like for I was happy that Dame got to have that moment for him to come off of torn. For
ACL.
Yeah. No, it was his Achilles. For him to come off Achilles injury, just pop up. We ain't seen bro since he hurt himself and just win the 3-point contest, which was a dope 3-point contest.
Better look for Dame. I want to say it was a better look for Dame and question the other guy shooting, but the other guys were so fire that it's hard to say.
Yeah,
it's hard to say that.
They had like 28, like usually 28.
Connecticut came out with 27. Like that was
facts. Came out like, bro. I remember when like 20 points would win you the contest. Like growing up, if you got a 20, you're gonna win the contest. Now 20, bro, you out first round.
Exactly.
20, you out first round. Now, granted, they've added the money ball rack and they've added things to make the score go higher. But still, I remember when 20 would literally win you. So for Dame to come in there, we ain't seen bro in a year. So for him to come in there and do what he did, I think it was just a really dope moment. I thought the All-Star game was fire, except for the last quarter. But I think they was like the old guys.
They got three out of 4 games was great. They were darn near great. I mean, great's heavy, but literally they were very, very well worth watching. And I just didn't like the juggle, and I want to see a full game. Like, give me 2 games on Saturday. Make them play the game on Sunday. I don't know. They give me the final on Sunday. If they're gonna,
I feel you.
If they want to force the 3 rosters in there, we need a full game. Kawhi going off for 30 in one quarter. I want to see how he comes out the next quarter.
I don't know if he would have. But I don't know if he would have done that.
30 minutes.
Jax. The breaks in between were very, very long. Like I think the 4th quarter would have been better if the break wasn't so long in between. Like it was like a 15-minute break. It was like a halftime after every quarter, basically.
We need a game. We need a full game. I want to see what he does. I want to see what he can finish with. Yeah. Like he's hot. Let's see the best of the best do this. They cutting it up. They're breaking it up. It just didn't work. And then the old heads I forget who was coaching the team. The old heads were just tired. Coming out the 4th quarter. The young cats, they've been rested for 2 quarters. You know what I'm saying? And then they got to come out and blow them out. I like the 3 of the 4 games was great.
Fire. I thought
great. Very well worth watching.
I thought the World Game, the World Games were fire. And there's something I want to talk about from the World Game that actually kind of excited me that I'm looking forward to seeing as we look at the playoffs. So I guess we can get it. Granted, I thought All-Star Weekend was cool. Like I know people gonna have the complaints every single year, but I think that this year it was actually like they did the best that they could. Like I think that all All-Star games at this point, just because we have so much access to people and we're in like a different era, they don't hold the same aura that they once used to have. Any of them really.
That's true.
Any of them. Like All-Star games and even the Grammys, the BET Awards. Like you don't get that excited to watch these events like you once did because you could just log on you
have 24-hour access. You can look at the Twitter, look at the Instagram, see what's going on. It's not a surprise to you.
Exactly. So all these things have kind of lost their aura to just a certain level. But I think they did the best that they could. But with the way Wemby was looking, with how angry he looked after every loss and how dejected he looked after every single loss, I am very excited to see Victor Wembanyama in the NBA playoffs. Because I think he has a certain level of give a shit. Like he granted, he had it. I remember in the Olympics, he walked off crying. He walked off literally in tears. Even in this game, both times he lost, he's mad as hell. And even
he's
you
frustrated.
yeah,
He calling
and
people out. I'm not sure why we keep losing. We lost. We did the same thing twice in 2 plays back to back. Gave him 2 3-pointers. Like
yeah.
if
was
it wasn't
playing a
Whippy,
real game, bro.
if you wasn't looking at, if he wasn't Wimpy, you'd be looking at this dude like, man, come on, relax, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
like David said, he came out, set the tone. He was, came out blocking shots. Like he has a certain level of giving shit. So I really want to see that competitive nature in the playoffs. And personally, for me, that's one of the things that excites me the most. When I think about the rest of the season, is getting into the playoffs and seeing him in a game 5, seeing him in a game 6 when with that level of giving shit, and also knowing that
there's more and more on the line.
Yeah, and with the Spurs, with them taking the reins off of him, because I still feel like because you want to be protective of him, like he's a big guy. Big guys like that, their careers usually don't last 15, 20 years. So I think the Spurs are still really being protective of him in the regular season. Like you see him coming off the bench sometimes and things of that nature. I want to see him win all the marbles and he's playing for something and something's on the line and they take the reins off of him. Like I want to see what he does when he plays 40 minutes in a game. I don't think he's done that yet. Like, so just how do you feel about the Spurs and how do you feel about just Wemby getting into a playoff series and
Okay, before I get to the Spurs, and this is what I was trying to say earlier, when I was asking you who was their favorite, and I'm admit I had the Houston Rockets coming out of the Western Conference.
Not no more. We got to talk about Kevin Durant too. We got to talk about Kevin Durant and the KD fouls. We got to talk about Kevin Durant. The KD fouls. Okay, go ahead.
So to say that, I mean, obviously they would have to overcome Denver. They'd have to overcome the Nuggets. I had them ahead of the Rockets. They have to overcome OKC. And I expected the Timberwolves to be better than what they've shown this season. That was going into the year. But now we're mid-season. Now we have to recalibrate. And these Spurs, Victor Wembanyama, have looked so damn good that, I mean, I think they're going to be – who's better than the Spurs in the Western Conference? You got Castle. You got Castle, a two-way guard, who's more than willing to defend, more than willing to pass, will play when Harper comes in the game. Castle will move over and play defense. He'll play the second fiddle. When Wemby comes in the game, he'll make sure Wemby get the ball. He plays solid defense. The collection of talent that they have. So what's up with the Sohan? You got anything on that Sohan situation? I thought he was a good piece. I thought he was a good piece.
I don't think he fit with what they were trying to do anymore, right? Like he can't really shoot the basketball.
He was a glue guy. He was going to go get there. If Wemby's not going to battle you, he's going to battle the other team's big tough guy, the other team's big man. But we got Luke Kennard for that now. Like we got other guys that could bring to the table what you bring to the table, and also you could still have value to some teams. So it's better to let you go and let you go somewhere where you can actually play that surprised me. That surprised me. But I right now I had the Spurs, man. They're the favorite in the Western Conference, especially because of what you said. Especially because he appears Minnesota. Anthony Edwards gives a shit. He has that same level, but he doesn't have the.
But he's 6'4".
He's 6'4", and he doesn't have enough with him on his team to take them. They're not going to get where they were, where they've been in the Western Conference Finals. Who else can compete with Denver Nuggets? I still question Denver, the others on their team.
The only thing I question about Denver is their health. Like they haven't been healthy all season, but I think a healthy Denver Nuggets squad is something to deal with.
Their shooting is still questionable now. Their shooting is still questionable.
I don't think
it's still questionable.
I think it's questionable because they haven't been on the court. Like you really haven't seen like this.
That's why I gotta question it.
No, I mean that's fair. That's why I
gotta question it. I mean, I think they're a good team. They're gonna put up a good fight. I just don't think Bruce Brown is not a knockdown shooter. What's the white boy name?
Christian Braun.
Braun. He's not a knockdown shooter.
I thought Cam Johnson would be better.
Has Johnson filled in? Has he filled in that void for Michael Porter Jr.? Has he been what you expected?
No.
That trade for Michael Porter Jr.
No. So, I thought I agree. Maybe this is me being foolish, but I thought Cam Johnson would be a borderline All-Star this season. He has not been a borderline All-Star this season.
I thought he would be. Again, I agree. I don't I didn't have him all-star, but I had him filling that role, being a more consistent Michael Porter Jr. That's what I had him being.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been able to step up under that. So that's what I'm saying. That Denver has reasons for me not to fully trusting him, but Jokic is a beast, and he's going to get all of these guys opportunities. And how they're going to work in the opportunities when April and May come is going to be the factor in them. I just didn't have that belief.
And they finally have a bench now, which is what they didn't have in previous years. Like they finally, like it used to be when Jokic went to the bench, God bless. Like now they can at least keep the game even, or even like push leads forward when Jokic goes to the bench.
Sure. And in Houston, I like the way that I have to admit that Shepard is coming through. Shepard's jumper is getting sweeter and sweeter. He's getting more and more confident. But as we know, they're just gonna keep targeting him on the other side. On the other side, can he step up?
He tries though. He tries.
He does. He gonna have to get a technical foul, man. He gonna have to go, hit somebody over the head so that let people think twice about going on him, because that's really they kind of get somebody's attention. But back to what I've been saying about Paul George and the Kawhi Leonard tandem. They always needed a point guard because they worked too hard to get their shot. Kevin Durant's the same damn exact way. He worked too damn hard to get his buckets.
Especially at his age.
I mean, you want to say this age, but he's been doing the same thing forever.
Yeah,
dude, somebody get this man easy buckets, please. Put him on the run, flowing to the hoop to get some buckets. Just don't stand out there in the wing. I think that gets easy to defend. Yes, Kevin, you got a cold jumper, bro. But you can't just stand out there and shoot jumpers in the playoffs, bro. You can't do that. You know better than that. You should know better than that.
No, he don't.
Well, I'm thinking about it. That's what he did with Golden State. The ball whip around.
This is the same person who him and Kyrie and Brooklyn said we don't even really need a coach. Oh, okay. This is the same person who said this. We don't even really need a coach. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to put my faith in the Houston Rockets. I already did. I committed to them. But again, I just think. Who you tell me somebody OKC?
I like OKC, but I think that OKC
are they good enough to repeat? Are they going to have to go through the gauntlet again? They've had injuries. The teams that you've seen that repeat don't have injuries. OKC has injuries.
They've had injuries, and also I thought, granted, it could be because of the injuries, but I thought their other guys would take another step. And I don't think that they've really taken another step. Like I thought Chet would be a guy who could give you 22 points a night. I now doubt if Chet is ever going to be a guy who's going to be able to do that. Jalen Williams, I thought Jalen Williams hasn't been hurt. He had, I think, wrist surgery. He's had a hamstring. But I thought he would be a guy who took another step and like elevate himself to closer to superstardom, especially he had 40 points in the finals. Like I thought he would be, but like too many times still this season, it still seemed like they just like throw Shea the ball and like Shea figure it out. Too many times this season still.
Go make some work. Yeah. Go make some work. I don't know. I think the league has seen that, and they're not going to allow that same style to beat them again. You know what I'm saying? I'd vote. I'd take the field over OKC. That's how I feel. That's what I'm saying. So I just don't think they're going to repeat. And so again, now I gave you 4 of the top teams in the West. Is there any team that's going to come out of the West stronger to compete with the Spurs?
Again, I think the Nuggets, if healthy, I think the Nuggets have to be looked at.
Okay.
That's probably the team that the Nuggets, obviously, I haven't thrown Thunder in there just like out of respect because they're the defending champions. But at the same time, it seemed like the Spurs got the Thunder number. Like they beat them 3 times.
Yeah, they can't wait to see them coming. And to your point right there about Chet not.
And also,
that rivalry.
When fucking Wemby sees Chet, he just sees red. I don't know what Chet said to him, but when Wemby sees Chet,
they came in the league. They came in the league together. Remember,
they came in the league together.
They came in the league supposed to be 1-1.
Chet beat him one time in that USA France under 17 game, and clearly Wemby has never forgotten. Because every time he sees Chet, every time Wemby sees Chet, he sees red. He's going to go get him. Yeah. So there you go. Like, he hates him. He hates him.
Chet hasn't stood up to that challenge.
I agree.
We need Chet, like you said. Chet, you need to go for 40 on this dude. If you got it, you see,
foul him at least. Shit, I don't know. Do something.
Do something. That's what I'm saying. You better go. You know he's coming at you. You better go at him with something. And so yeah, that's it.
No. I'm with you. When I look at teams, and I've said it on the show before. When I look at teams with the most upside, right? Like number one, obviously it's the playoffs. So you're talking about the best 16 teams. So now we talking about also the best players as well. There's not too many players in the league that I look at that can be the best offensive and best defensive player on the court any given night. And I think if you have one of those guys, you got a real chance to do whatever you want to do. Like Wemby can realistically go out there and be the best player on offense and be the best player on defense every single night. And I know people like, oh, the Spurs are young. They're not really that young. Like De'Aaron Fox is not a young player. De'Aaron Fox got drafted in like 2015. He been in the league 10 years. You got Barnes. Harrison Barnes is there. You got Luke Cornett. You have vets on this squad surrounding these quote unquote young guys. And also with the way the new CBA is, it might be the young. It may be like a football thing, right? You know, like where you want to win before you got to pay your quarterback. If you got to pay your quarterback, then
certainly.
Yeah. So and again, when we talk about these big guys like Wemby, guys like we seen it, Yao Ming, right? Like Yao Ming was a big guy. We saw, Ralph Sampson. These guys don't usually get, like, granted, I hope he do, but these guys don't usually get 15 years. In my personal opinion, that like the time is now. Like I don't think we can name 5 to 10 players better than Wemby at Wemby's peak right now. So I'm with you. I think the team with the most upside, I think, is the Spurs. I think the best team, if I'm just looking at them on paper and judging them based off what they've done, I think is the Denver Nuggets. Wow. The Denver Nuggets. If I'm just looking at them on paper, but I'm with you on the Spurs, and again, that was something that just excited me personally when I did look at All-Star Weekend. It's just his give a shit level. Like I really want to see that guy in like a game 5 when it's tied up and he's played 35 minutes. Like what else are you gonna give me, and what else are you capable of? I want to see him have those moments. Like I think it's time for new stars to give us those moments, and I know like last playoffs with some of that as well. Obviously, Tyrese gave us some moments, but I think that now, even like looking at, Bron's gone. No, he's not gone, but he's gonna be gone soon. Chris Paul's gone. Like a lot of these older guys are kind of, like the Warriors. Like I don't think we expect the Warriors damn to even make the playoffs at this point. Honestly, they might not even make the playoffs. They might even make the playoffs.
Let me ask you this question, Pavy. I never asked you this. I don't think we've had this conversation. When Michael Jordan retired the first time, there was a void for me. I wasn't a fan of Michael Jordan, but when he retired that first time, there was a void. So when he came back,
question though. Credit, because I was 4 when he retired, 3 when he retired the first time. But like you didn't feel like Penny Hardaway and like Shaquille O'Neal and Grant. You don't feel like those guys kind of like fit in and feel that
they weren't there. They weren't where Jordan was at that time.
That's fair.
Like Jordan's star when he retired, obviously the first time he was the GOAT. Shit, he was the greatest player of all time. I was hate watching Michael Jordan. That's the only time for real. I was hating watching Michael Jordan. Then when he retired, I was like, damn, there was a void. Like, no, Penny didn't feel it. No, Houston was nice. The Sonics were. I wanted to see the Sonics, obviously. Gary Payton and GP, they were nice, but still, it was like, okay, you win a championship. Is there going to be an asterisk on your championship? Because you really didn't play. You didn't beat the best team that was out there. That was it. That was the thought at that time. So he retired. He came back, bro. He came back, and okay, he jumped in. Pippen, they were a good team. He took them over the top and made them great, obviously. But he came back, bro, jumped in and got beat by the Magic. Oh, yeah, the Magic should have beat them. Should have beat the dude who came out of retirement.
Well, wait. Hold on, wait.
We can't do that.
We can't do that. Wait, hold on, wait. Here's why we can't do that. Michael Jordan had a fucking great series. That is not why they lost. They lost because goddamn Horace Grant shot 65% on whoever the power forward was. Horace Grant averaged 22 and 10 and shot 65%. Okay, that's why they lost.
The Spurs.
Actually, Tony Kukoc got his ass handed to him, and that's why they lost. Tony Kukoc, because he was guarding.
Well, Penny and Shaq was nice. Shaq was running the floor at that time.
No,
a lot
no,
of cats when he talk, Shaq be talking shit. But if they show some actually Orlando videos, Shaq was running the floor. He wasn't Shaq. He wasn't the Shaq in LA. That wasn't. He was nice, but he wasn't that Shaq in LA. He was just dominant, the most dominant ever. That's without question. He wasn't that in Orlando. He ran the floor. But yeah, Orlando was nice, or they shouldn't have beat Chicago. Michael Jordan should not have came back and beat those guys. They were that good. The Orlando Magic were that good. But then obviously Mike go to the he lose and he go to the lab. He go to the lab.
Go to the lab. Call Robin.
Oh my goodness. That was unfair.
It was unfair.
That was really, you got the best rebounder in the game. The most, and
you have three of the best defenders of all time in one lineup.
Was unfair. That was unfair.
With Ron Harper, with Tony Kukoc. Yeah.
Again, when he retired the second time, there was a void. It wasn't.
I agree. Now that I do remember. I think that from 98, obviously you had the lockout. Like you had, like you had Kobe, you had Shaq, you had AI, you had Vince. Like you had guys. Also,
Sprewell was in New York. People don't want to say that. Sprewell was in New York. The New York went to the finals. Had the New York Knicks won the NBA Finals, Latrell Sprewell, after choking PJ Carlesimo, was gonna be the face of the NBA.
Allen Houston would have been a Hall of Famer too, probably.
Had they beat
the Spurs,
Tim Duncan and the Spurs, like that would have been those New York Knicks. They weren't that good, but they did make the finals.
It was weird.
They did make the finals, but Sprewell would have been the face of the NBA because coming off Sprewell was bad. Sprewell was bad at that time.
No,
not
a lot of cats. Nice.
Not a lot of cats remember that.
Nice.
He when he choked
PJ Carlesimo.
He
was actually like 24. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was an all-star. One like he was a scrub at all.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say he was a top 5.
He was one of those guys that you were like looking at, like, oh, like is he the next Michael Jordan? When everybody's trying to find the next Michael Jordan, he was in the class.
He was in that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I brought him
the
up.
Grant Hills, the Penny Hardaway, Sprewells, the Kobe's, the Vince, that whole group of guys. He was like, who's the next Jordan?
They were literally looking. I don't expect they're going to be like, who's the next LeBron? I don't.
I also think that the face of the league conversation is a little bit different in today's day and age than what it was back then. Like, I don't think that, I don't think it's even possible to even make your celebrity that big, right? Like, and this is just in life in general. Like, if you just look at who are the new movie stars, who are the new music stars, who are the new, like everybody who you think is like the new stars came out 10, 15 years ago when media wasn't at this point. So I don't think that the league will have the lull of the. I do think that there could be a lull, but I think that could be that could be a lull just because we don't idolize people the exact same way that we once.
It's not as mysterious.
Yeah,
Bron came out. Bron was in the social media area.
No, but Bron
was in it.
But Bron wasn't like what we seeing now, and also like I feel like it was easier to like, it was easier to manufacture a buzz back then. Like, bro,
that's true.
Like, bro,
we can see through shit now. Yes.
Yeah. Like, bro,
internet sleuths today.
You've seen the commercial for his high school games. They show Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and then him in a high school jersey before the game.
Right.
Before the game. Like, even if you didn't care, you had to give a shit.
Right.
It's just a little dip. Like, it's just a little different now. And I think that if you want to talk about the NBA and why they're having like quote unquote problems, I think that's one of the reasons why. And I think that football doesn't have these issues because it's always about the team first, whereas basketball has always been about the player, really ever since the 80s.
Since Jordan.
Before like Magic. You had Magic and Bird, right? First it was Magic and Bird. You had Dr. J as well. You had guys, but it was Magic and Bird.
But Magic, that's fair.
It was when Mike came in, it was fucking Mike. And then you always transferred to some. Then it was LeBron. than it was, Steph and Bron. But like now it's hard to manufacture that around one person. And that's one of the reasons why I think people have, like, oh, the NBA has lost some of its luster. It's just because it's hard to manufacture it around one person now. You can't really do that.
So, okay, this is totally off subject. I thought that was a good subject. We never had that conversation, so appreciate you sharing that with me. I think the NBA this season, number one, Adam Silver did himself no favors when he said the NBA was a highlight game. What was the exact
Adam Silver? Listen, Adam Silver will pay for some of his crimes against basketball. We need to take him to Nuremberg because he will pay for some of his crimes against basketball. First of all, he over here talking about some getting rid of the NBA draft. What the fuck are we doing?
Well, yeah, I don't know about that one, but their decision to spread. I understand exposing the league and giving more exposure, but you're taking the league onto these streaming apps where people can't find the games. You have impacted the viewership of your season, of your games. I understand you took a pretty penny to hook up Amazon or to go with what is it, Peacock? But a lot of people, Adam Silver, don't have visibility to your games.
Okay, but Cam. I'm not trying to age you, but I know you're old enough to remember when the NBA finally got on cable. Everybody didn't have cable. Everybody did not have TBS when they started putting them games on TBS. Okay. I feel you, but things change and they evolve with time. Listen, there was a time growing up at my grandma's house, we didn't have cable. We my dad had cable, so I could watch cable at my dad's crib. But I remember not being able to watch TNT games growing up because I didn't have cable. I could only see the NBC games and the local games.
I know what you're saying.
I feel you on that, but there was a time when people didn't when
cable was coming though. Cable was coming.
Streaming is coming the same way cable. Streaming is coming, bro. Just think about state of media.
I can stream games. I can stream games and watch every game I want to watch.
Okay.
And people I know aren't able to watch games.
Cam, that's what I know. There was a time when people didn't have cable and still couldn't watch games, bro.
Fair.
So I feel you, but it's just the way of the world. Like, bro, we remember when movies stayed in the theater for 3 fucking months. Now that shit in 2 weeks and it's on streaming. 2 weeks. Well, that's 2 weeks, bro.
That's I think that's LA though. That might be.
No,
LA.
I think that's everywhere, bro.
No, I think that's LA, Pavy.
Man, I don't even know
have you noticed that in Chicago?
Granted, I haven't watched a movie in Chicago in years, so I don't know.
I'm just saying. I think that's LA because that was crazy how in LA those movies, if it don't sell, if it's not a
that
big
shit out. The only thing that's staying in the movie is Marvel. Doomsday gonna be in the theaters like 2 months. Doomsday gonna be there for like 2 months. You're gonna be able to see that from December to February. But that's about it.
The other independent
you
stuff?
might get a week, gang. You might get a week and you at the theater, bro. You might get it. If you don't see it the day it come out, you better wait for it to touch streaming.
You
better wait for it to touch streaming.
I think that's an LA thing, though, for real, because that was a real deal. I don't know that theaters are selling out. I'm gonna have to check that and see if a theater is closing out here in Seattle like that. Because those independents, man, that was weird.
Check that out. Crazy. But yeah,
so you see no impact. You've heard no impact from the streaming, the moving off.
Yes. Like, I see people getting mad about it. Like, even if we go back to All-Star Weekend, like Kenny and Chuck and those guys not being there was probably why certain people didn't like it. Just because you don't have the voices of the people that you are used to hearing.
You gotta come.
So I get people's gripes and I get people's complaints. It's just people love to complain about what's new. I'm sure if we could take this conversation, transport it back 30, 40 years ago, when they started putting games on cable and people didn't have cable, people were mad about, you taking the games off and you don't have cable. But what I will say that I think it has done, I think it's brought because there's so much basketball on TV every night, you don't even really need League Pass. And they put on teams and games that wouldn't be on. Like the Hornets get primetime games on Peacock now. I swear to God, if it's on TNT, the Hornets not getting on there. If we got 2 games on TNT a week, the Hornets not gonna be one of them, bro.
Right, sure.
So I think that over time, as people, get more used to having streaming apps and things of that nature, I think it does expose more teams to a national audience, because of the fact, like, you get to highlight certain teams that wouldn't be highlighted if it was just ESPN games or if it was just TNT games.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. I've heard from people who I didn't expect to have problem or have an issue with the NBA changing the kind of. I mean, obviously the streaming format, moving to the streaming format, and I have to admit it's been somewhat challenging to find a game. It's not as accustomed as it once was.
Cam, y'all gonna be mad when the Super Bowl is streamed by 2030. I'm trying to tell you. It's gonna be streamed by 2030. The Super Bowl gonna be on streaming it's gonna be on fucking Netflix. They're gonna have a Netflix. Super Bowl gonna be on Netflix by like 2030. Watch, it's gonna be on Netflix. They already doing Christmas Day games on Netflix, and the Netflix stream is clean too. They already got the Amazon thing on. I'm trying to tell you, the Super Bowl gonna be on Amazon Prime by like 2032, and y'all gonna be mad when it's up. But the streaming is just, bro. It's just like where we going. Like, your favorite TV shows used to come on TV. They're all on Netflix, Apple TV, whatever now. It's just the way of the world. Like, I get it, okay. But, if you want to see the games, eventually people will pay that $5 for the Peacock. The Peacock, $5, bro.
But we'll see on that. Adam, we got to keep looking at this, Adam. I'm questioning that right now, Adam.
I'm questioning a lot of things with Adam Silver, brother. Like if we look at Adam Silver's reign, the best thing I think he's done is the play-in. The play-in has been fire. The play-in tournament, I think
he got rid of
Donald Sterling.
That gave him a long runway.
It gave him a lot of. He came in strong. He came in strong. The past couple of years, though, Adam, you had some crimes.
And a lot of this word salad, bro, about this expansion, I'm getting sick of it, Adam. Just a word to you, man. Now it feel like now that I'm up here, I want you to speak to us, Adam. I ain't heard you say nothing.
I think that it'll probably come though. I think probably it'll be Seattle and Vegas, and they'll probably move the Timberwolves and the Pelicans to the Eastern Conference, and they'll just add 2 more Western Conference teams.
The Pelicans and not the Grizzlies.
Oh yeah, well Grizzlies and Timberwolves to the East, and then because that makes more sense anyway. Like, Minnesota is not in the West, bro. That's definitely the East. That's the Midwest, bro.
Yeah, so they're way up there. So in the East, speaking of that Eastern Conference, are you surprised by? I kind of expected Jaylen Brown to keep the Celtics alive.
I mean, aren't they third? Aren't they third right now? I think they're third.
That's what I expected. They're second right now.
Second,
as we speak, they're second. I expected Jaylen Brown to keep them alive.
But did you expect them to be second though?
I didn't expect them to be second.
I didn't think they'd be second, bro. I knew that they wouldn't be a play-in team, but second is crazy.
Do you believe in Detroit? Can they finish the season off? Because they're going to go wire to wire, aren't they? Detroit Pistons are going to go wire to wire if they finish the season in first place.
I think so. I think they will.
You think they can? Do you think Kane is ready?
Well, okay.
Playoff series?
Yeah, I mean, if I look at the first round, who would they probably play at first round? They're gonna be playing either Orlando, Miami, Charlotte, Atlanta. Yeah, come on.
Well, yeah,
you can obviously get out the first round. Let's see right now. Now that second round series, I think is interesting. If it's New York again, or if it's Cleveland. Like, I really want to see a healthy Cleveland squad when Mobley comes back. You have Harden now. Like, we historically know what Harden. I mean, even look at what Harden did with Zubac. And again, Mobley is one of those guys that I think we see Mobley and we want him to be Kevin Garnett. And I just don't think that's what Evan Mobley is offensively. Now, you know, defensively, whatever. But I think offensively, he may be a guy who needs to be assisted. And, you know, you need to help him get his points more so that he just go out there and, like, get it. So I'm interested to see Harden with that.
I think Harden with Allen Harden is going to impact Allen more than Mobley. I think Mobley is what he is.
Fair.
I think Mobley is what he is. I think Allen can get better, not get better. He's older. He is what he is, but more of his skills will be exposed.
More
of his skills will be exposed with Harden. I think Allen is the one. Allen is the key there that Harden's going to unlock. Keep an eye on that. I don't.
Also,
Mobley's a solid defender and an okay scorer. And like you say, he's not KG. I think that's what he's going to be. He came in the league like one of those guys with his peak, with his ceiling low because his peak was so good. He was already kind of patterned. And sometimes those players don't get that much better. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, but not and also they added Dennis Schroeder. They added Keon Ellis. Like
big move.
Yes, yeah.
Big
so like, I don't like. Yes, I think the Detroit Pistons should win a playoff series. Once we get to that second round, depending on who it is, and obviously, you saw All-Star Weekend. I have no earthly idea why the fuck Jason Tatum is thinking about coming back and playing basketball. But I guess if he's healthy and he can provide something to that squad, and they traded for Vucevic, give them something they need. Like, you're like, KP wasn't even on the court. We at least know Vucevic is going to play basketball games.
Yeah.
KP been sick for like 3 years, and we don't even know what he's sick with. So at least Vucevic is going to play. At least Vucci is going to play basketball games. So like that like second round in the East, I think the Eastern Conference this year should be more interesting than what it's been, maybe in like a decade. Because like that like second round, I think could get really, 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 really interesting. And also, I hate to say it because I feel like I say this every year, but the Sixers, like if the Sixers,
I was looking at them. I was going to ask you about the Sixers.
Nah, like granted, we've never seen Embiid last past April. We've never seen it. Obviously, PG is suspended for mental health medication. Until
April though.
Until April, so he's coming back. Also,
might be good for P.
Exactly,
that might be good for
him. Might be good for him. We get a chance to rest, so we can come in the playoffs and be healthy. Like that's just you got Maxey, you got Edgecombe, you got those guys. Like that second round in the Eastern Conference can get really, really challenging. So I don't know if I'm ready to pencil in Detroit for the conference finals, but they should at least win a playoff series. Like add in Harden. It makes I think it makes Cleveland ceiling higher, adding in Harden. Because again, same thing I just said about KP for Vucci, I can say about Harden for Garland. He gonna be on the court. At the very least, Harden's 20 and 10 is gonna be on the court to play basketball. Darius Garland's 20 and 8 might not be there.
For Cleveland, I think Cleveland made it. That was a good move. Actually, I think Drayton Harden was a good move for the Clippers and Cleveland.
Oh yeah,
I think it was a good move for.
He gave the Clippers a future. The Clippers actually have like an actual future now.
Yeah, you can look at something instead of being like, "Are we trusting these guys again?" I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And depending on what happened here with Kawhi here in the next week or two.
Oh yeah,
Depending on what happened,
Kawhi might have been hooping like that because he might have been playing basketball for a minute. Right, without to score that 31, got to get out the points in right now.
Let me get out my system. Does New York? Are you surprised? Are you concerned with the New York Knicks? It doesn't feel like the New York Knicks play with the level of urgency that I expected from a team who was on the brink of a conference finals last season.
I think their makeup might have gotten stale, but I do like the additions. I like bringing in Jose Alvarado. I think they have really good bench pieces that they didn't have last year, right? Like Landry Shamet. I finally seen him making shots. I got Clarkson, Alvarado. I think Mitchell Robinson is probably the most important role player, honestly, in the league, damn near. I think he's one of the most important role players in the league, and he's actually healthy this year. Like he's been on the court, he's healthy. So I think they have a really good makeup, and I feel like you can never just count out the energy of the Garden when you have guys that like are very New York.
Or when you got Alvarado in there making plays, that was a good pickup. I can't think of a better pickup that like fit a team, a better fit than that in a long time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like Jalen Brunson.
I still think sometimes it's a little bit too much Jalen Brunson. Like I've had this theory for like a very, very long time. I think it's extremely hard for just a guy under 6'4" to be the best player on a championship team. I think it just gets hard because like at a certain point, it's just certain things you can't do, bro. You 6'1". So I think it gets tough. But I do think that defensively I think they have enough to be able to at least make a finals run. Now, what they're gonna do when they get there, we'll see. But I think they have enough to at least make a finals run.
So if you don't want to tell me that if you want to say it's tough for Jalen Brunson to be the best player on your team and you make it to the finals, but the Knicks aren't a bad team, but they're third in the Eastern Conference right now. Who on their team is not stepping up? Or is it, when you say it's too much Brunson, is it Brunson doing too much, or Brunson's not passing the ball? Tell me, who is Brunson? Is it Karl Anthony Towns not stepping up? When you say it's too much,
I don't think it's
stepping up for Brunson.
I don't think it's anybody not stepping up. I just think that the way they play is just a lot of Jalen Brunson. Like, even the way Jalen Brunson plays, like he ain't out there coming off screens and shit. He out there dribbling into his shot. Like that's just the way he plays.
Yeah, he is.
That's just the way he plays. Like if he's getting 30 points, he's probably taking shots away from somebody else. That's just the way he plays.
Who shots is, and that's what I want. That's what I'm curious of.
I think OG could shoot the ball more. I think Mikal Bridges could shoot the ball more. Like, granted, last year I think he had to do more of that. This year, I think because you do have bench players, you can go 8 deep. Like last year, you couldn't do that. Like, shout out Miles McBride. I'm not letting you take 10 shots in like a game 5. I'm not. No, bro. Brunson, shoot the fucking basketball. I'm not letting you do that. So, like, but I think this year he has more guys that he can just lean on. Even the Tyler, what's his? I forget his dad's name. The white boy. Yeah, Coley. Now, granted, with Alvarado being in there, I think his minutes will shrink, but that still is a guy who gave you really good minutes throughout the season. That if you need to pull, if you need to call on him, I think I could feel safe doing that.
Are you comfortable giving shots to Jordan Clarkson?
A few.
I don't see, for real. In all honesty, I don't see who I'd rather have shooting the ball other than Brunson. Okay, Clarkson, you want to
shoot? Cat. No. Granted, I know Cat has been an all-star, but there has been times.
If Milwaukee would have answered my call, Cat would have been in Milwaukee by now.
I don't really like that deal.
They won't answer my call, but Cat is the first guy going. You can have him tonight if you want him. Not even tomorrow, tonight.
I don't really like that deal for the thing about.
You don't like that deal?
No, see, the thing about Giannis is like, I saw Giannis. No, well, he is old, which is what people
call Giannis old. I mean, that's I don't know what your argument would be. I'm interested to hear what your argument would be.
Giannis got drafted in 2014. Giannis ain't finished the playoff series himself in like 3 years. We forget that. Like, Giannis, there was like 3 years ago against Miami, he fell out the sky and hurt his tailbone. The next year he had the calf strain. Last year he had a calf strain, came back, but they lost. He done had 2 calf strains and a fucking growing strain this season. It's a lot of calf strains and a lot of lower body injuries. And he ain't necessarily a guy that don't depend on his athleticism. Like, if he can't run and jump, not saying he's not gonna be good, but that's not Giannis. And Giannis, 31 years old now, a lot of miles on his body. And I've seen Giannis play with guards. He played with Dame. It didn't look so well because Giannis want to dribble. No, because Giannis want to dribble. He is another person where if he just want to set screens and roll to the fucking basket, cool. But Giannis want to dribble. he do. He want to dribble. If you are a actual point guard, why the fuck do I want to play with Giannis?
I don't think he would do it. Okay, maybe I
didn't want to dribble. And again, the only time they won was when he released that a little bit. Like he let Middleton run some offense. He let Holiday run some offense. And also, we got to remember he was also hurt in that series because he hurt his knee the series before. So he was probably limited a little bit in what he could do. So he had to adjust his game a little bit. So I don't really like the Giannis thing. Like, I don't know where, and trading for Giannis because he is Giannis. He can command so much. You're gutting your team. I don't really like the Giannis move really for anybody besides maybe a team like Brooklyn. But then you going to start all over or something. Like, I don't really know about what, like, yeah.
So Pavy, according to Pavy, on February 19th, 2026, Pavy is calling Giannis Antetokounmpo damaged goods.
I don't know about damaged goods, but it's like a car. It's like It's like if you give me an eight, not like it's like if you give
the
me a
car got 350 miles on it.
not 350. It's
350,000
like
miles on it.
nah, like it's like if you give me the flyest AMG Benz, but that bitch got 80,000 miles on it. It might break down.
You got 20,000, you got 40,000 good miles on that car.
I don't know about that. In 2026, if that Benz was made in like the 90s when they made cars better, maybe. In 2026, I don't know about that. And if them brakes break down, God bless paying for them.
well, that's why I'm not. That's why I don't have a Benz. I ain't paying.
That's with Giannis. If them brakes break down, God bless.
So you don't like Giannis. So you don't see Giannis. You don't see Giannis as a good fit for. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I was San Antonio. If I was San Antonio, I'm not picking up the phone. If I was Houston,
I'm not picking up the phone either.
Maybe I listen. I have to disagree with you. Obviously,
if I'm the Warriors, fuck it. I don't know what you're gonna get. I'll trade you Draymond Green and every single pick I have available to trade. Because those picks gonna be fire in 2032.
But you don't think you don't think Steph can make it work with Giannis? You talking about him and guard?
I like that because Steph already don't need the ball. So it's like if Giannis want to dribble all day and Steph at his older age want to come off screens or like, okay, cool. And also I like it because it's just like you deserve to try for your last couple years with Steph. So like, fuck it. And if it goes bad, I'm sure you made a bunch of money. You can try to get off the Giannis asset in 3 years and try to pick up something. Like, I'm not mad at trying that. But if I'm somebody else with a set team, I don't do it. Like, I'm sorry.
Wow. So Giannis is gonna be stuck in Milwaukee.
Probably.
What do we Toronto? Toronto excite you at all? They doing anything? Brandon Ingram?
No.
Brandon Ingram with Scotty Barnes, they're fifth. They're fifth in the East.
Yeah, but
that'll move you at all?
No, like if they played, no, they don't. Like if they play today, they play in Cleveland first round. I like Cleveland. I like Cleveland. And I don't even know if they even stay at fifth. I think that they might jump down to sixth.
Has Orlando been disappointing to you this season?
Yes.
I thought Bane and the guard. I never liked the guards in Orlando. None of the guards. I never liked any of the guards that they drafted in Orlando. But I did think Bane, the combination of Bane and Paulo might be better than what I've seen from these guys. What are you seeing or not seeing from Orlando Magic?
I thought that Paulo would be a little bit better than I thought Paulo would be contending for like a guy that we look at like, yo, he's gonna be like a top 10 player in the league. And
right, yes,
I don't think Paulo has been on that like ever since. I think he made the All-Star game with the second year. I think he had 27 that year, and he's been kind of on the down track. And dare I say, I think Franz Wagner is just as good, if not a better player than what Paulo Banchero is. And that wasn't what I saw. I also don't know if that pairing actually works. Like neither one of them are like knockdown shooters. Right. So like I just don't know if that team works as well as I thought it would. And even with the Bane acquisition, you gave up 4 first-round picks for Bane. Now, granted, I think picks are overrated, and I think fans overrate picks. Sometimes the picks may never turn out to be as good as the player that you have, but you still did trade 4 first-round picks for Bane. So yet I have been kind of disappointed in the Magic and what they've done. Like I thought the Magic would be in a place where like the Pistons are, or like in a place where like like I thought that they would be like a 55 win basketball team, and they haven't done that. A team I do want to talk about in the Eastern Conference, granted they're not going to probably do anything crazy this year, but the Hornets. I think the Hornets finally actually have at least some semblance of structure of like an actual basketball team, right? You know, I think you figured out, you know, your 1 through 3 position. I think as long as LaMelo can stay on the basketball court and play basketball.
Did he just get hurt? Did I just see him get hurt?
No, he just got into a car accident.
Oh, okay. All right. I know.
He needs to stop fucking driving and fucking relax. But anyway, LaMelo, Brandon Miller, I love Con Knipple. I think
right. I thought, has he been the difference maker?
He has. I mean, I think he's he's one of the better shooters to come into our league in a pretty long time. I think him and Cooper Flag on Team USA in like 2028 is gonna set us back generations, but it's fine. Gonna set us back generations, but it's all love though. It's all love. But like I think they finally have some semblance of like an actual basketball team, and I think that like next year that's a squad that. Granted, if everybody stay healthy, you add 1 or 2 more pieces. Next year, that's a squad that should be a top 16.
You think Melo's gonna stay there? You think they're gonna keep him?
I mean, at this point, why not? You finally seem like you got something.
I think it's all because of Knipple. I think
I'm not mad at that.
I think he's a difference maker in that squad. Him and Miller actually competing.
I'm not mad at that.
Miller is trying to get better.
Well, first of all, Miller and LaMelo being on the court, number one, because they historically have been guys have been pretty hurt too. But yeah, I agree. Con Knipple kind of came in and gave them exactly what they needed for their basketball team. Now they got to figure out the 4 and the center spot, because I don't even know who their center is, but they got to figure that out. But they still finally have some semblance of a basketball team that really hasn't been in Charlotte ever. Since they came back.
Did you see Zoe and LJ, or was that before you? Zoe and LJ?
Bro, Zoe and LJ lasted 2 years, and that was they were done by 95. Both of them were gone.
That was something for them to cheer for. I mean, that's the only time the Charlotte Hornets were cheering for.
Since BD, Eddie Jones, David Wesley, and Jamal Mashburn, they haven't been a good. They haven't had a semblance of like anything what they were doing. The Kimba years were cool. You know, Kimba made a few All-Star games. Nick Batum had a few solid years. Gerald Wallace with the Bobcats had some like solid years, but they haven't really had. They haven't had this type of semblance of a team in like 25 years.
Well, yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying, and I just think it's not often that a rookie has this type of impact. And so when I say that, I'm gonna lead into another question. Does that now challenge with Knipple's organizational change that he's helped to implement? Did that give him a heads up on the Rookie of the Year? Because he has his team with 26 and 29 hovering around 50%.
Yeah, but no,
that other team in the Western Conference, that other team who traded away a generational talent, just what?
But they might have got a better talent.
Did you just say that? Yes. Where's the button at? Thomas! Where's the button at?
No, listen.
Thomas! No, listen. Thomas, where's the button? Hit the button. You do get dope.
No, listen.
You do get dope.
No, listen. I really did ask when I had this conversation. Let's have an honest conversation. Who's had a better rookie season, Luka Doncic or Cooper Flag? Let's actually think about this. We have to remember Luka not guarding a fucking soul.
Well, okay.
Who's had a better rookie season, Cooper Flag or Luka Doncic? The answer is very debatable.
The answer is debatable only because we're saying this. Cooper Flag isn't that bad, and Dallas isn't in that tough a situation because Cooper Flag is coming in here balling. To your point,
I think he's a better prospect than Luka Doncic.
Oh my goodness!
I think when you look at Cooper Flag and you look at what he could potentially do, I think he's a better prospect both ways than what Luka Doncic is.
Man.
So I still think he deserves. I mean, like, brother, the man is giving you the G.
Come on, man. His team has 15 wins. His team has 15 wins
because they're not trying to win basketball games, bro. They're trying to lose games and put more talent around Cooper Flag. Kyrie has been out the whole season. He's not coming back. They traded away Anthony Davis for I don't even remember what they got for Anthony Davis, but like they traded away Anthony Davis. I think they got I think 2 first-round picks or like a pick. No, actually, no. They didn't. No, Washington gave up no picks for Trey or AD. So I forget what they got back, but they got out of his deal. They'll have cap space this summer. They're gonna lose a bunch of games. This is the good draft. They'll probably get a top 10 pick in this draft. Hopefully they can knock it out the park. And next season you can try to be in a play-in team. And yeah, like, but no, it's still Cooper Flag for me for rookie of the year. Like he does have some guard skills. He's been better than what I thought he was gonna be. I thought he was gonna be Andre Kirilenko. I still think he has Andre Kirilenko.
You thought it was Andre Kirilenko?
What the fuck is wrong with that? AK-47 was hard.
Kirilenko was nice. Kirilenko had about 4 or 5 good solid years in the league.
Yeah, no, he had more than 4 or 5.
Nah, about 4 or 5.
Okay, fair. It was like 4 or 5. But it was like 4 or 5. It was like 4 or 5. But I thought he was AK-47, and he does still have some AK-47, but I think a better offensive version of that. I think is what he is. So I really like Cooper Flag. So I still think Cooper Flag is the rookie of the year. But yeah, I think that Cooper Flag is a better prospect than Luka Doncic for them. And I think that obviously, Nico didn't get to see it through, and I still think the trade was iffy, but they got the number 1 pick out of it. But
then to turn around and trade Davis to Washington, like, what do you end up with the second rounder as the best thing you got from the trading away Luka Doncic? Come on,
yes, but still, we got Cooper Flag, and again, like I said, I think Cooper Flag is a better will be a better player.
You're gonna make me go look at some Luka Doncic rookie tape.
He averaged 24. He was balling.
Cooper is tough. Cooper is tougher than Luka Doncic. I'll give him that. He's tougher than Luka Doncic.
More athletic. He can play defense. He hasn't even put and I can tell you what, he's not gonna blow up like Luka.
He's not gonna blow up like Luka.
He's not gonna blow up like Luka. He has a better frame. He has a better frame.
Yep. He has a better. He's tougher. He's gonna be stronger.
If we walk to the park right now and you don't know anything about him, and you see 2 white boys playing basketball, hold on, wait, real quick. And if I don't tell you one is not a U.S. citizen, because that factors into it too. If I just show you 2 white boys, don't tell you where they from, and you got to pick one person, you're gonna pick Cooper Flag, just off of how he looks.
Okay, and I mean I'm gonna ignore Nikola Jokic too. So I mean
you are gonna fair.
I mean, but I man. They're in a good situation. They're not trying to win, as you mentioned. They're going to try to get better next year. I don't know that that's still a great situation. Nonetheless, I think there's even there being a question with Knipple, what he's doing and who's deserving of that Rookie of the Year award.
Can he get VJ Escombe too? He's not gonna win it, but VJ's also had like a really good year as well. He's not gonna win it.
I think if you're looking for a player of the year, a rookie of the year, what are you looking for? Are you looking for numbers? Are you looking for Cooper's going to play and he's going to have the chance to put up big numbers? He's going to put up bigger numbers than Knipple, but who's had the better impact? Has Knipple actually taken the team and kind of gave him some structure and direction versus what Flag is doing?
We're acting like the Hornets are above 500. They're still a below 500 basketball team. It's not like yo, it ain't like listen, it's not like the Melo Bron situation. Remember when Bron team won 25 games and Melo took Melo team that won 18 games a year before and made the playoffs the next year, and they still gave it to Bron. It's not like that situation. The Hornets still are not a winning basketball team. They're not a winning basketball team. Ain't like he came there and them motherfuckers just 5th in the damn. That's not
but you had the league is talking about him now. They're talking about the team now when there was never any positive conversation about the Charlotte Hornets before.
The league is talking about Cooper Flag too. When the Mavericks were
he was the number 1 pick of the draft.
Yes. But if he would have came in here and been ass, the Mavericks would have got laughed away. They might have had that might be the team in Vegas. It still might, but that might be the team going to Vegas if Cooper came in here and been bad.
He was trying to take it to Vegas.
He was.
She was trying to take it to Vegas.
He was.
Hey man, I'm about to be out of battery here in a minute, man. I got like 20% left.
All right, no problem. We can start to wrap up. But are there any? Give me your biggest post All-Star break prediction. It could be I don't know, somebody gonna finish somewhere, who's gonna win a certain award, who's gonna give me your biggest post All-Star break prediction that you have.
San Antonio Spurs win in the West.
I like that one.
Is that too big?
No, I actually like that one. I like that one.
I think that's the best one. I mean, we can't leave without hearing what you got your words on. Do you think LeBron is going to retire at the end of this season, or do you expect him to have a season where he's doing the celebration tour?
My prediction. So at first I thought LeBron was gonna retire. I don't think LeBron's gonna retire. I think he'll do a year in which he does some type of thing. You see. At first you were seeing reports where it's like the Lakers want to build around Luka, and now you're seeing reports like the Lakers would love to have LeBron back. I think LeBron not doing a farewell tour is too much money for everybody involved to pass up. Do you know how much every 41 them Lakers tickets next year if he announces this is my last season? Oh my God, bro. It's just too much money for everybody to pass up for him not to do another season. And also, if LeBron actually wants to have a team one day, I'm gonna tell you this. There is nothing else LeBron gonna do in his life that's gonna get you $50 million in 1 year. So you better go take that $50 million from the Los Angeles Lakers next year. But the
Lakers ain't gonna give him $50 million next year.
It ain't nothing. It's hard to make 25 in 1 year.
Well, yeah.
It's not too many things on earth you can do legally to make $25 million in 1 year. It's not too many things. Either way. So yeah, I just still think it's too much money for everybody to be involved. For him to not announce it before the season that this is my last year, and they get a chance to send him off right. And but my biggest post all-star prediction, I'm actually with you, bro. I think the Spurs make the finals. I think if they take the reins off Wemby, God willing he stays healthy. I think they got the squad to do it. I think they make the finals, and if they make the finals, who knows what can happen. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm feeling the same way. We're thinking alike right there. It's gonna be exciting to see this young team come together, because I didn't, sometimes what's the word saying that the teams have to lose
to win,
and I just think this guy's different. this guy's attitude, and the fact that it's not only him, it's the people around him. And you talked about they got the veterans in De'Aaron Fox. Now I was saying they should trade De'Aaron Fox at the beginning of the season because they didn't need him. I thought he was going to be redundant, but he's fit in well. He's been able to get his points and play along these young guys and allow them to flourish. I don't know where this goes wrong. I don't see where this.
He'll be up out of there one day, but they're not really paying nobody right now. Like, they're paying Vassell.
Right.
Like when they got to start paying people, you could like, thank you for your service, brother. But until then, like, you can keep them. But I know you got to go. Your thing on that, man. So again, as always, man, thank all y'all for watching. It's been another episode. We'll be back next week. Cam, even though they know where they can find you at, tell the people where they can find you at.
Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Pavy, appreciate you for sending me the invite every week. Voice of the Fans, Wednesday night, right here. HNB Media TV, Voice of the Fans on YouTube as well. Check out the Voice of the Fans podcast each and every week. Next week will be at 373rd episode.
Fire. Congrats, bro. Congrats.
373rd episode. So check us out next week, every Wednesday, 7:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks for the shout out. Pavy, where's the music at?
I'm actually there was NY Girls that came out last month. I'm working on a new project. Well, it's actually kind of done called I'm Sorry I'm Jaded. So I'm trying to have that out in like late April, early May. Just got to shoot some content and stuff and some videos for it. So yeah, it should be a new project for me late April, early May.
Appreciate your time, man. Thank you, bro.
My man, my dog. Yeah, so like I said, new music out. Well, yeah, music is out right now. Go check that out. Same place. Type in Pavy anywhere you want to stream music at. Go check that out. And as always, man, as you can see the booth right behind me. But yeah, as always, man, thank all y'all for watching. It's been really appreciated. We'll be back next week. Thomas will be back soon. Joel will be back. Everybody will be back soon. And yeah, man, as always, thanks for watching it. And it's been